Loading. Live. I am live. Good afternoon, everyone. It's your boy. We are back this time with the man who looks like Carlito with the hairstyle, obviously. Give me a hell yeah. It's hell yeah.
Hell yeah, man. How's it going, dude?
I am freaking excited for this weekend. I'm excited for tonight. I'm seeing W Championship Wrestling, the musical about wrestling, which should be very
Yeah,
interesting.
I've seen that. That actually does look like a lot of fun, but it doesn't have a very long run in Sydney, and unfortunately I just don't have the chance to actually go and see it before it wraps up, which kind of sucks, but
Yeah,
it does look like a lot of fun.
I'll be going tonight. I'm keen. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm keen. So let's start off with the fact that in less than a few hours' time, you're picking up Carlito. What's going through your head that you're gonna be picking up a former United States champion, a former Intercontinental champion, and I believe a former tag team champion?
Um First thing that's going through my mind is I hope he thinks I'm cool so he doesn't spit an apple at me. Um but yeah, I'm like low key kind of freaking out. Like, I grew up watching Carlito. Like I was a teenager when I started watching like WWE more consistently. Carlito and Chris Masters were two of the biggest heels back then. So as a teenager, I absolutely hated them. But nowadays, they're two workers that I really, really respect because, if you can generate that much heat as a heel, then you're doing the right thing. So the fact that I get to like pick him up, hang out with him for a little bit. Same with Chris Masters tomorrow when I'm picking him up from the airport too. They may need a tour guide to show them around Sydney and stuff like that. So I've sort of blocked out my entire day tomorrow. So I might be hanging out with two former WWE guys for the day and being tour guide for them, which is low key kind of scary, but also like in a 14-year-old hell yeah is flipping his freaking mind out.
He's like, oh shit. So what got you? I can't even talk about Jesus goddamn Christ. I'm interviewing hell yeah. So this weekend you are facing Chris Masters, and if he wins, he gets a title shot against your best friend Wesley Williams. What's going through your mind that you're gonna be facing Chris Masters this weekend, and if you lose, Wesley's title is on the line.
So when I was first told that I was going to be doing the Master Lock Challenge, again, my inner 14-year-old just started going, "Ah!" Like could not believe it at all. Very, very excited to be doing that. I messaged my brothers like on the spot and I said, boys, guess what I'm doing? Because me and my brothers, we used to put each other in the Master Lock as kids all the time, much to the annoyance of my parents. Um, but now with this on the weekend, trying to stay focused, had a bit of a setback thinking that the Master Lock was, a lock picking challenge, Master Lock, the brand and stuff. Wesley sort of set me a bit straighter. He's told me exactly what to expect. So I'm trying to get a little bit more prepared now. But hopefully the little training that I've got in the last few days is going to be enough to help me protect my best friend and his title so that he doesn't have to have a match against a former WWE superstar.
We got Kyle in the chat who won't be there this weekend. He's heading down to Deathmatch Down Under, which I'm kind of jealous because it's a War Games deathmatch down down on the show, which should be interesting.
Yeah, I'm, having done ring crew and everything like that, setting up one ring's a pain in the ass, setting up two rings, then a cage over the top of it, that's a whole other thing. So that would be a really, really exciting match. But I'm definitely more excited to be in a ring with Chris Masters, though.
So what got you into professional wrestling in general?
Um, so when I was younger, so when I first started watching pro wrestling as a kid, first match I can ever recall seeing as a kid was Mankind and The Rock at the Royal Rumble. That was when Mankind suffered a few too many chair shots to the head, the I Quit match. And as a kid, I was just thinking, like, what is this absolute carnage that I'm watching? Kept on watching it, got a lot more into it as a teenager. And as a young adult, I sort of had an off again, on again, off again relationship watching wrestling. Um, but about 5 years ago, I left my old job. I'd always wanted to be a professional stuntman. So when I decided that I wanted to be a stuntman, I decided that I was going to go and learn martial arts. So I became a full-time martial arts instructor, and I've got my black belt and everything there. And when I decided to leave the world of martial arts to finally go and pursue that goal of being a stuntman, I started to get back into watching wrestling again. And watching more wrestling and also training to be a stuntman, I realized that it's two sides of the same coin. So I decided while I'm doing stunt training, I'm also going to go and learn pro wrestling. And pro wrestling has been far more fruitful and a lot more fun for me.
So you started off with the AWF. What was it like learning under TNT and wrestling for the AWF?
So training with him, TNT's got decades of experience. So there was a lot to learn under him. Not having done any other sort of um, pro wrestling training before, it was a really cool and interesting way to be taught things. Like he knows a lot more, like 1001 holds of Chris Jericho. He knows probably 2008. But having had almost a decade of martial arts experience, I sort of approached training for pro wrestling in the same way that I'd approach being on a mat in any dojo. It's being respectful, learning and understanding, putting in the work. It was a really similar sort of atmosphere. So I think that was able to sort of keep me on track and help me to sort of thrive learning in that sort of environment.
So you the last Kingdom show you came out with the Sar My Name. Whose idea was that? Because I thought I was hearing something, but once I said no, I started watching it back and was like, he said Sar. Oh shit, this is gonna get good. But whose idea
So
was that moment?
that was who was it? I think it was Wesley. It was for the Rumble. I was backstage in Gorilla. I was ready to go out, and I'm like 99% sure that it was Wesley Williams who was back there, and he said, dude, instead of saying say my name, you should say Sar my name. And so I thought, yeah, all right, that'll be a bit of fun. And so yeah, I went out and I said that, and I'm glad that someone heard it because I haven't heard anyone else bring it up. But it popped the guys in the back, and it obviously popped you as well because
Yeah,
yeah, you must have been the only person who picked up on it, or at least has enough of an idea about the history that I've had with TNT to understand the joke on it.
yeah. So you won the tag team titles with TNT. What was it like winning, I believe, your very first championship in your career? If I'm not mistaken.
It was a bit it was a pretty weird one to be honest. So I'd only been performing in the ring for 6, 7 months or so at the time. Um, it was my second time tagging with TNT. So we'd had only one match together as a tag team, and then our second match, I rock up and yeah, we're going to be winning the title, and I was mildly freaked out because I had only been wrestling for such a short amount of time on shows. I was feeling kind of maybe it's a bit too soon, like I'm really not ready. I'm sure there's other people who are much more deserving of that sort of place on the card because I was so new. Um, I wasn't the only one who sort of felt that as well. But when we did win the title, it was pretty cool. Really unexpected to have had that booking happen. But yeah.
All right, let's talk about your debut. You made your debut at Supernova 2019, if I'm not mistaken. It
Yep.
was what was it? I
It
forgot.
was a
Super.
tag team match with I suppose then technically it's the third time I've tagged with him. It was a tag team match with me and TNT against Big Kigsy B and or Wesley Williams as well. Um, so we had been we rocked up at Supernova. We did all the ring crew like all the trainees and stuff do, and whoever was supposed to be in that tag match with TNT against Keegan and Wes, they had to pull out. They were injured, or for whatever reason, they pulled out. So TNT had to scramble to find someone to fill in, and so we decided to turn it into a bit of an angle. So we had some of the rookies, me, Aries, and a couple of other people. They sort of got into the ring. We did some drills and stuff to sort of show what the school of pro wrestling does. And then we got interrupted by Keegan and Wes. So we said, all right, we'll challenge you guys to a match. And he chose a young JD Strauss to come out and be his tag team partner for that match. So that was my debut. I was given a day's notice or so beforehand. And then I had another match the following day at Supernova. Like after my first match that day, he said, all right, you can have a match tomorrow. And then on the Sunday at Supernova, I was given about 2.5 hours notice before he said, you can have another match. Someone else has pulled out, so you're going to be in this session. So I made my debut, and in the first 3 days, I had 3 matches, all with very short notice. And it was pretty overwhelming at first, but yeah, I picked it up pretty quick and had a lot of fun at Supernova. That was a good, fun weekend to make my debut.
I love Supernova. It's one of the best weekends, but let's
it's an
talk about
expensive weekend.
Yes, expensive. If you want to meet like DOC's guys, go rob a bank. Don't do that. So let's talk about the future of Hell Yeah. Obviously, AllStar this weekend, and then AllStar is hitting the road, heading to country, I believe, New South Wales.
Yeah, we got 3 shows in 3 days. We're going out to Cootamundra, then we are going to Cobar and Forbes. Maybe not in that order, but those are the 3 country towns we're going to be putting on some shows. Cootamundra, Cobar, and Forbes.
I know Forbes very, very well. My sister, she lives out there, so she's never been to a show. She probably won't even go. I'm just like, if I was to skip work, I would definitely go and support AllStar Wrestling. Now, obviously, this weekend's the biggest AllStar show in history. What can the fans expect from this weekend? Obviously, we got Keegan versus Ryan Eagles versus Carlito. We've got you versus Chris Masters. If he wins, his title shot. We've got Erica Ray versus Jasmine. We've got let me get the card up. Give me 2 seconds.
We got the tag team match, Elite Tag Wrestling against Aries and Mikey Lord. Unfortunately, Luke the Hope from the Top Rope Watts is injured, so Slex has an open challenge against who knows. But so Slex has an open challenge. And we got the scramble as well. I can't tell you off the top of my head who's in that scramble, but
Aaron Jake, Morgan Rose, Jack Dullahan, Parker Thomas, not Public Toilet. That's his nickname. PT, Public Toilet.
PT, yeah.
Genghis Kong and B-Boy. Obviously, we've got Erica Rivas, Jasmine, Slice Open Challenge, Carlito's coming. Supposed to be Mikey Nichols, but unfortunately he had to pull out due to, I think, New Japan. Got probably this is probably the biggest stack card I've ever seen ever.
Yeah, it's a real big show this time, man. A Night to Remember is the biggest show that AllStar Wrestling puts on every year, so they wanted to put on a hell of a show for this weekend. So that's why they pulled out all the stops. They brought over 2 WWE guys. They brought over Slex. So it's going to be a real big show.
I'll be there front row saying, hell yeah, when you lose, pal. Oh, goddamn, pal. We're gonna
I'd expect nothing less from you, man. You're always one of the few people I can always pick out while I'm in the ring.
Plus, I'm wearing some hell yeah Lowe's merch.
I noticed the tie-dye, man. I respect it. Before I jumped on, because I got home real quick and I had to set up my camera and everything. I went for a quick scramble looking for my tie-dye gear, but couldn't find my t-shirt, so I'm sporting the Frank Zappa shirt at the moment.
I'm wearing some anyway.
Thank you for at least turning up. I got my glasses on at least.
Hell yeah. Where can people buy your merch? Because I definitely need me some hell yeah merch. if you know what I'm saying.
I I usually sell some glasses at the shows. Really, the shows are the only place that I've actually sell my merch. Haven't got a pro wrestling tee shop or anything set up. Um, I've got I have some t-shirts left over from the last run of shirts that I handmade. I went and I tie-dyed about 25, 30 t-shirts, and I put the Hell Yeah logo on there as well. So that was about a week of work to tie-dye all those shirts and rinse them out, put on the logo and everything. So when I can sort of find another week to put aside to do another run of shirts, I'll be selling those as merch as well.
And before we wrap up here, where can people find you on social media?
So on socials, on Instagram, I'm at hellyeah_wrestler. And on Facebook, it's the Hell Yeah Hype Squad.
Hell yeah, High Squad. I will definitely link all this down below, guys. Hell yeah, this has been I should say, hell yeah, of an interview this weekend, guys. Live from the Padstow RSL. It is AllStar Wrestling, which started down in Wollongong, and now they're like probably one of the biggest companies in Sydney. Obviously, got
Yeah,
better ones, but yeah, this weekend it's going to be a killer show. I'll be there early, meet and greet, front row. Cannot bloody wait. I'll be wearing my Eddie Guerrero shirt, got it ready, all ready to rock and roll. All right. See, I always get things planned ahead. I plan ahead of time. That's what I do.
it's
I like to
probably a
plan
good
ahead.
thing. Like I obviously don't plan ahead whatever I'm going to wear on the day, but
Yeah, this weekend, guys, Padstow RSL and then Kingdom rescheduled to July 9th at the New Lambton Community Centre. The day after, hopefully the Knights beat South. If not, I will walk out of that
the
stadium.
Kingdom show has actually been moved again apparently. And it's looking like it's going to be the weekend beforehand. So the 2nd of July.
2nd of July, what do I have? I know I've got FWA, bloody 5e. Come on, 5e. He said
Friday.
that shit. 5e, we love you, 5e. It's his birthday today, too. So happy birthday to
Oh, it's
Five
Fivey's
Stars.
birthday today. Oh, happy birthday,
Yeah,
Fivey. This show
yeah.
on the 2nd for Kingdom, that's the day before my birthday. So I'm
Hell
going to
yeah.
be feeling pretty sore and sorry for my birthday the next day.
Yeah, we'll see where I go because I think I've got July 2nd, FWA, Prayer of Kingdom doesn't get moved, which I hope it doesn't, but we'll see. July 9th, I've got nothing. Actually, you know what? Might head up to Katoomba to support the AWF. Obviously,
Oh,
my boys Tats, current tag team champions.
yeah,
Yeah, my boys. And then the big show, guys, July 11th, World Series Wrestling featuring Matt
that's going to be good
Cardona,
fun.
John Morrison, Flip Gordon, Brian Cage, Ty Valkyrie, Chelsea Green, Tennille Dashwood. List goes on and on, guys. So, guys, we'll
Yeah,
see what.
that World Series Wrestling show, like, they put on the best shows with the biggest names pre-COVID. So their first show, now that everything's opened up again, I am so excited for that show. It's going to be unreal.
I've been going there since 2017, since they first
That's a
came back.
while.
And
Holy crap.
I even got Joey Ryan's Lollipop in, I believe, 2019 and got called a sick fuck by about 600 Penrith fans.
Well, did you put the
Because,
lollipop in your mouth? If you did, then yeah, you'd be a sick fuck for
yeah,
that. But
yeah.
if you like,
Of
put
course,
it in a
that's
nice
it.
display case and never touch it again, I think that you're a bit safer there.
It's already gone. It's on, guys. So, guys, we're gonna get out of here now. Hell yeah, has to get ready to go pick up his long lost twin brother Carlito. And if you're not cool, you could get spat on this weekend by Carlito. So, guys,
Yep,
until next time, don't forget we have just hit 1,500 subscribers on this channel, which is freaking mind blowing. We're
that's
edging
unreal.
so
Well done, dude.
close. We're heading so close to 2K subs. Will it happen before the end of 2022? Give me a hell yeah.
Hell
Hell
yeah.
yeah. So, guys, we're out of here now. Thank you, Mr. Hell yeah. I will see you this weekend at AllStar Wrestling live from the Padstow RSO. And
Yeah, can't wait, my man. I'll catch you on Saturday.
time to update my laptop.